What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. Today we're going to do a little interior detail on this Lexus behind me. Just take you through a simple process of getting the inside cleaned up, protected, and back out on the road for another however many thousands of miles before it gets cleaned again. So stay tuned. Let's get into this video and I'll show you what I do. Alright, first thing I like to do in this process is we want to get all the loose dirt and dust out of the vehicle. So we're going to use a Detail Factory just synthetic bristle brush, super soft one for the inside. Vacuum, I'm using one of the Rigid Shop vacs. It's the small portable vac. It's a 4-gallon, 5 horsepower vacuum. Been using it for years and it's never gone out. So super reliable. Small if you want to pack it up and take it with you. And not too loud, really. It holds a fair bit. So we're gonna go through, we're just gonna dust everything and just vacuum closely next to it as I'm doing it, just to capture that dust and suck it into the vacuum. So we'll do that first. Okay, now that everything is dusted with the brush, we're gonna go through and vacuum all the carpets. I like to hit the mats once with the vacuum just to get all the loose debris off, then pull the mats out and then go through and vacuum all the carpet. We'll get all that done and then we'll move on to cleaning the actual panels of the inside. Okay, so everything has been vacuumed, vacuumed the seats, all the carpets, everything like that. Got up all the loose dirt and debris. Now on to cleaning the interior surfaces. We're gonna hit the trim panels, the doors, stuff like that first. The nice thing about this steering wheel is the top of it is wood, and so which is always normally the nastiest part. So we just have the side story about it as far as cleaning the leather goes. So first thing we're going to do is hit all the interior trim pieces, the plastics and stuff like that, the door panels. So we're going to hit it with we're going to use one of the interior scrub mitts from the rag company. They had actually a good sale the other day. Picked some of these up for like $2 a piece, so can't beat that. It's got just enough bite to it to really agitate the cleaner, but still soft enough it's not going to damage any of the pieces. And so what we're going to use is P&S Interior, the Xpress Interior Cleaner. So we're going to use that to clean up all the surfaces. We're going to use it for the leather and for all the trim. So it's super cheap per gallon. It's really super fair on the price. It works really well. It leaves a nice clean finish, and then we can protect it afterwards. It didn't smell too bad, and so we're going to use that. But then to wipe all of that off, we're just going to use kind of an all-purpose, almost a terry towel from the rag company. I want to say this is probably like 275 GSM, maybe 300. So we're just going to go through and use all of these to wipe up everything afterwards. So we'll get started. All right, so bringing you in a little closer here. Our cleaner, I like to roll down the windows when I'm getting ready to clean any of the panels, just so I don't get a bunch of overspray on the glass. But a couple sprays in the mitt to kind of prime the mitt. Maybe a couple on the panel here. I'm just going to really start working it in. As you can see, it's immediately foaming. Everything's foaming very nicely. You can get around everything. Just a lot of oils on this door panel, just from hands and arms and stuff like that. So really getting in here super well. You can't really tell from the mitt that it's pulling off the dirt, but I know it is definitely getting off a lot of stuff right now. So we're going to come through and mop up with our towel to leave a nice, clean, and bare surface. Okay, I want to take you in a little closer on the wheel here. As you might be able to see, there's a lot of makeup and smudging on the leather portion of that wheel. And it's on both sides a little bit, more on the left than the right. Everything else has been cleaned on the inside here. I have all the center console cleaned, and we just gotta hit the other side of the dash over there. You might be able to tell, but you can see all the dirt on the mitt that we pulled off of the door and the dash so far. Quite a bit, but for the leather itself, I'm going to be using one of the Color Lock leather brushes, and it's a little stiffer, so it's going to agitate a little more. Just going to use it really lightly on the leather of the steering wheel. We're going to hit it with our same cleaner, and then we'll just lightly work it in. So that's what we're going to do to get all of the nasty off of this wheel. All right, I'm going to try to do this one-handed. So take our cleaner. I'm going to load up the brush a little bit here. And then we're going to take that straight to the wheel. So we're just going to lightly work that into the wheel. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but actually this dirt is coming off of yellowish brown. But we're just going to work this in really well. And then we'll wipe off. Alright, and if you look at it now, looks all matte, uniform, one color. Hit both leather sides and the bottom, and then used a towel with cleaner to wipe all the wood. So it is all clean and good to go. Okay, for leather, it's going to be the same steps. We're going to use the same interior cleaner from P&S, same kind of interior towels, same cleaner. And but this time, instead of using the mitt, you could if you wanted to, but I prefer to use a boar's hair brush. The fibers I feel like they get in the, especially with these being perforated leather seats, gets in the perforations a little more. Lather's just as good, and then we'll wipe it off. So for these seats, I don't think we're actually going to put any kind of conditioner or protectant on them right now. The conditioner that I normally use adds a little bit of slickness to the surface, which I personally like, because more slickness means less friction, which means less wear on that particular piece. But this particular client, aka my grandmother, does not like the slickness, the extra slickness of the seat. So we're going to just not add that extra slickness. And so neighbors driving by. So we're going to leave it bare. These seats are, like I said, this car has like 5,000 miles on it, so the seats are basically brand new. I would be more inclined to put protection on the seat if there was a lot of dye transfer or blue jean wear, but there's really not any kind of, she doesn't really wear blue jeans, so I'm not worried about dye transfer on the seat. And so we'll leave it as is. Now normally, if this was a client or if it was my own personal car with this light leather, honestly, I'd probably go the ceramic coating route. I know some people kind of controversial because you're filling the pores of the leather with a ceramic coating instead of being able to get conditioner into them. But it's just like modern leather. It's just like clear coat, as it has a clear coat layer on the leather. So ceramic coating would be a good option to help keep them clean and to minimize wear. So like I said, we're just going to leave it bare for now and keep on keeping on. So with everything cleaned and bare and ready to be protected, we're going to move on to protecting all of the dash and the door trim and all that kind of stuff. For this, there's a world full of different options and chemicals and protectants and sealers and all that kind of stuff you can use for the trim. I've used stuff in the past that have been, you know, your Armor All. It was really slick and just left this nasty, greasy layer, which you don't want. Then there's stuff that'll add a little bit of sheen to it, a little darkness. It'll darken the trim, make it look more vibrant, just really nice and healthy. But sometimes it does add a little bit of sheen. Now, with this particular client, they don't want any kind of sheen on the dash. You know, the sun hits it, reflects, and kind of could get in your eyes or whatever. So we're gonna go with something that honestly has been the best thing that I've ever found for protecting dash and door cards and trim. From Gtechniq, it is their C6 matte dash. See if the camera will focus there. Literally just a couple sprays on a microfiber applicator, working into the panel, buff off the excess. It's going to add a little bit of deepness, richness to that surface, but also protect it, leave it completely matte, and so it'll you know, give you about 6 months of protection from UV rays. It's going to add some anti-wear, anti-friction, make it a little slicker, so less friction or wear on those particular surfaces if scuffed. And also antimicrobial properties, so rejecting some of those the bacteria and germs, and also going to be an anti-static surface, and so really rejecting a lot of that dust floating around in the air and stuff like that over time. So we're going to go ahead and hit all the trim with this, and then we're almost done. So for the mats here, as you can tell, I've already gotten to cleaning on this one. I used an IK sprayer here with some PNS all-purpose cleaner. Diluted roughly 3:1. Just hit that liberally, and then I used a Detail Factory Boar's Hair brush to go over that. The mat is clean. Just got some water on it. If I had my blower out, I would just blow it dry or towel dry if needed. But this is where it lives, and so we're just going to leave it out tonight, let it air dry a little bit so it's fully dry. But if we walk over to the car, everything is protected, it is clean. Like I said, we'll get about 6 months of durability out of that Gtechniq matte dash coating. And so seats are all good to go. Coated everything from the center of the airbag, all the center dash pieces and everything. So everything is good to go. All right, and we're going to end the video here. The battery died on the camera as I was finishing up, and so I'm just going to shoot the outro on my phone here. The last thing to do to finish up this car would be to clean the glass, preferably a 2-towel method, using your first microfiber towel with a dedicated glass cleaner to get all the smudges off and streaks or oils or anything. And so I'm using PNS, I believe it's True View, with my first towel, and then I'm using a CarPro glass towel that has the foam on the inside of the towel. With a diluted, actually Adams Polish's rinseless wash. I find that to work perfect as a finishing chemical for the glass. It leaves a completely streak-free finish. It leaves it perfect every time, and it smells good in the process. So that's kind of what I would do. We're gonna kind of get it all buttoned back up and pulled back in the garage, but that's pretty much it. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that like button on the video itself. Drop a comment, let me know what you thought, what would you change, what other products you might use. If you have any questions, hit them in the comment box below. I will do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Really thank you guys for tuning in. If you've made it this far, let me know what you think. And stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to be trying to put out a few more videos here and there. Hopefully pretty soon we'll be doing a engine bay detail on a TRD Pro 4Runner, so stay tuned for that. That'll be nice and satisfying. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for tuning in. Check me out on social media, on Instagram at @the_beardedhunter, just for photography stuff and detailing and behind the scenes, primarily cleaning my car back here. So hope you guys enjoy, and I'll talk to you later.